Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Monday Night Rollback. Loyal viewers, you are joined here today for Year 2, Week 24. I'm your host for this Cykamancer, sometimes known as the Toilet Wizard, sometimes known as language I don't think I'm allowed to say here, and my brilliant as ever co-host.
Pleased to meet John Cleese. It's Reinart.
It's alright, I'll speak normally now.
He can do that. He swears.
No, of course, I can speak like the normal.
I should hope so. You're on the commentary desk.
Oh boy.
Right, yeah, so, hello. This rollback, we are staring down the barrel of what is potentially Maku's 9th week on top. He currently has an 8-week streak as the champion, which is getting scarily close to my record, and I'm not pleased about it.
8 massacres.
8 massacres.
8 massacres. Will this be the 9th, do you think?
I mean, I hope not. At this point, I kind of hope Maku wins this week, so that he's the champion going into our upcoming event, Backyard Install, because that would be optimal for the storyline.
That would be. It would be very good, just to see us all us underdogs, valiantly stand up to the beast to blame, and maybe somehow, with the power of friendship and whatever our anime intro song is, take him down finally, with the optional flashback, you know.
It's eerily similar to last year, where going into Backyard Install last year, I had just achieved the 10-week streak, and then I was dethroned at Backyard Install. So, storyline perfect-wise would be Maku going in, and then we all stop him at Backyard Install right before he gets that godly gear status.
But then again, perhaps one of us is just leveled up.
Potentially.
Yes. One of us will be able to take it. Maybe two people will be able to. You never know. We'll only know in the fullness of time.
So, this rollback, we are also fresh off the back of Eden Brawl 2 that happened the Saturday right before this episode.
Yes, it was a very good. I quite enjoyed myself there. I would like to go again.
Can you remember any of it?
I only had 7 pints by the time you saw me, so no.
There was a point during the day where Cykamancer stood up from winning a set, came over to me, slapped me on the shoulder and said, "I can barely see."
But fun time was had by all. Also, please drink in moderation. do not do what Uncle Cykamancer does. It's not good. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your hand-eye coordination either.
The BGF did relatively well overall. Most members got the joint 9th place. I myself was able to take joint 5th, which was kind of surprising, kind of nice. Placed just that one slot higher than Scotland's strongest pot, Patriarch Panda. So pleased about that, but I definitely think I had the easier route than he did.
Did we all at least get 2 wins?
That's a good question, brother.
Well, we'll have to ask later, I think. But we all had a relatively good result, I would say.
Yeah, good run.
Definitely not the chaff.
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I definitely think we were all in the upper half of the placements by the end of the day. No O2s, so that's always good.
Always good. And speaking of that, even though by the time this comes out it will have passed by now.
More than likely.
MIG.
Yes, this weekend, Saturday the
13th.
Thank you. Burn to Fight Glasgow are holding. What does MIG stand for? Maximum Impact Glasgow?
Yes, that's exactly what it stands for.
They'll be holding maybe the first of this year. I don't know if they're going to do more. At Eagle Labs in the centre of Glasgow, where they'll be running King of Fighters 15, Tekken, Street Fighter 5, and of course Guilty Gear Strive.
And I believe that's a farewell tournament to Street Fighter 5 as well, because as we all know, 6 is just over the horizon.
Less than 1 month now. Gotta pick a main.
But yes, please pick a main. Whilst trying to pretend you're not going to go Zangief.
I'd like to say I'm not so predictable, but there's no guarantee.
Of course, I'm contractually obligated to play an old man in any fighting game that I play, so I will naturally be playing JP. I think that's all the news covered. Anything else upcoming? Apart from... No, wait, no, you already said that.
Yeah, no. I suppose the only last thing to add about MiG is that the BGF will have at least one member entering every single game at the event. So I'm excited to see how we stack up in King of Fighters and Street Fighter 5 against the old heads who have been playing these games for quite some time.
It's really tough competition in the KOF scene I've seen that I've looked at so far. It's not as if it's got new blood in it. Not an awful lot. These are people that know what they're doing.
The new blood is Weirdling in Case of Chaos. Best of luck to them.
Poor lambs to the slaughter.
Well,
maybe not. Maybe they'll go in and do some of the slaughtering.
You think that's bad? Senpou's the one that's entering Street Fighter 5.
Now that actually will be a slaughter, but I don't mean that as an insult to him in the slightest, because I know some of the people in there, and they are not to be trifled with.
The game's 7 years old at this point. Like, at this point, everyone who's been playing it consistently is going to be very strong.
That's putting it mildly. But that's neither here nor there. Shall we proceed to the bracket?
The final Monday night rollback before Backyard Install 2023. Let's rock. Now,
of course, Raidho being the spoon holder, he is the one that has decided the bracket. It is his prerogative. And Indeed. It seems as though he's chosen the ranked number 7 most cutest endangered monkeys. Case of Chaos will be going up against the Maestro of Mute, the Silent Swordsman. So you're more or less his mentor. What do you think? How do you think he's going so far?
I think this man needs to put more time into the game. He's a busy man, so that's fair enough. He does get stronger week to week. It's something that we told him that would happen once he cleared the hit list and started playing like the games in the bracket. That even though it's only a couple of matches each week, it will improve his gameplay. So I'm hoping that there's some reflection of that in this week's matches.
Well, we're about to see then.
Open 6p, do it, lad. No. Oh, he did!
Almost. Little dash, that counts. Okay, use the burst early. Just keeping him at bay. I'm going to say he decided to step away from that one there.
Burst spent on both sides pretty early on. I think that's...
Case of Chaos on the ball here though. He's he's definitely taking a much more aggressive, less think. Go!
Yo! Good stuff.
Never mind. You got a gap in that pressure. You're gonna get multi-battled.
So Raidho may have chosen Case of Chaos, sort of perceiving him as an easier chance to take a victory. But across the weekend, Case of Chaos was really strong.
Yeah, and he's just proven it right there, taking the first round.
Case of Chaos was my round 3 winner's opponent at Edinburgh, so he went pretty far in the tournament before actually losing the game. We did also have a follow-up tournament at our local BLF the following day, in which Case of Chaos was once again I think he was my winner's final opponent. So the lad's been pretty strong recently.
No, I wouldn't go as far to say that anybody here is an easy win.
No.
I mean, certainly you'll have a slight tier going on with Maku being at the top. He's clearly the most technically gifted of us all here. But more or less, anybody can take these weeks for the most part, I would say. Maybe not Raidho yet. He's just not quite there yet.
This is Raidho's first real fighting game, so he lacks a bit of the experience that the rest of us have. So,
not letting it affect him though. Taking that by the slightest of margins of health there. Not quite magic pixel, but getting close to it.
One of the problems that Raidho has faced over these past couple of weeks is, I figure he's too panicky with the mortar battles, and he ends up throwing the sword because he presses the slash button before he completes his full motion. But he's doing really well at getting them to actually come out today and doing them at the correct time.
Well,
fuck
maybe
me,
not
I guess.
that one, but then again, though, I think Case of Chaos baited that one out. You know, he's seen that he's been very defensive with them, so he thought, you know what, I'll take a long arc jump at this. He even saw the FD come up before the flash, so he kind of guessed.
Like, this man has meteor, I'm going to be careful. Oh, BRC, very nice.
It's something I don't see get used an awful lot, just in general. The blue RC. It's unless it's for real advanced things, or maybe just a desperate kind of dash in for a grab. You know, I don't see.
Are
it.
you calling me out, sir?
I wouldn't just be calling you out; I'd be calling out Senpuu as well.
I think it's just because BRC only comes out in neutral state or in a dashing state, so it's not the time you're likely to spend the meter. So it ends up being like quite a rare thing. I mean, my most common BRC, aside from after wall break, is I'm trying to YRC the press ready.
Hellpower's looking very similar. You know, I'm about to say something like I think I've got a split second to try and commentate on the match, and then something just like that, and then health disappears.
It's the speed of strive, and it's Raidho cranking out these mortal battles this week. Oh, that might be death right now.
Well, never mind.
I looked at the wrong meter.
It's good range on those low normals as well, so Case of Chaos making good use of that.
It's quite a fast button as well.
Because you don't see Raidho use too many lows, do you?
No, that was one of the main flaws he suffered from early on. The Leos were able to just hold guard point and walk at him. And he would press buttons, but we'd have to repeat all the time, like, no, you've got to use a low.
Or grab him.
Or grab him. I think the problem is that 2S on Ram is a low, but the rest of Ram's lows are quite stubby buttons. Like 2K is reasonable, but 2D is very short ranged, so I think Raidho's often discouraged from using them.
Although that is the first time I've seen Raidho make use of the jumping JP though. Just, you know, I think that's a JP. They're slashing everywhere around.
It's the JD, but it's a very good
JD,
approach button in the air. Being multi-hitting, it just seems to catch people. Although the hitbox on it kind of only really just covers Ram's body and no more. It's like the swirl around her. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, just caught out there.
Right,
That's twice he's missed that. Just judged the distance just a little bit too far.
Not sure what the goal burst was about. Maybe he just mistimed it and tried to goal burst way down. Gets tossed.
Yeah, that's going to be a wall break for sure.
Nice conversion from Case of Chaos. I think from all these weeks of Raidho fighting Senpuu in the hit list, he's kind of gained a better understanding of another mortal battle, and it connects again. That's like 4 on the board for this man.
The range on that thing is very deceptive, isn't it?
It's very big. There's a lot of supers you can clash with using Go to Impact and be safe. But Mortal Battle, there is no range where you can stand where it won't just hit you.
The speed that it comes out as well, I believe it's the fastest reversal super in the game, isn't it?
I think it is. If it's not the fastest, it's joint fastest. We did speak about meaties at some point, and I showed him how to do them, but it seems like he's still not confident in taking them. That's a very nice dash and grab arrow.
Right. Again, that one did look as though it was definitely on purpose. Seeing Case of Chaos coming in there, and just go, yep, I'm firing it, I'm sending it.
I'm proud of this boy.
Just like Case of Chaos is sending it right now.
Oh,
just
saved by the burst, another one. Where's he getting all this meter from?
That's a good question. He's got none now though, which means because say maybe he could have FD'd his way out of that, pushed him back slightly, but Case of Chaos all over that, and he'll take the final match there, 3-0 to Case of Chaos.
I'd have fought really well there actually, given that the scoreboard says 3-0. Like it's not one of these games where it's just non-reflective of the content of the match.
It's not as if he got battered.
Oh, absolutely.
No,
not.
Absolutely not. He put up a very good and valiant struggle there.
I wasn't in the room when most of those matches happened, so I was seeing that fresh myself for the first time, and like, good shit, brother.
Yeah. I mean, we were all sitting around. Every time the Mortal Battle came out, we all just gave it the whole, regular show. Whoa!
I could hear it from outside. Yeah, it's like I said, the man goes from strength to strength each week. It's only a matter of time before he's able to shift that spoon. Hopefully this week, but being 3-0'd, it's not looking good for him avoiding the spoon match. Maybe he can get out of it on rounds.
Well, even then, maybe he might be able to duck out just getting the spoon. No, it's like even if he gets given the spoon match, he'll just be able to pass it on.
Yeah, like it won't be long before he does win a match.
Because like you said, and I've observed as well, he is getting better every week.
Yeah.
Little by little.
Like, it was something that we spoke about, me and him, where he's like, he didn't, for a couple of weeks he didn't feel like he was getting better. And I don't know if it was last week, I think it might have been last week, where I was like, look at that. Do you not just feel stronger now? And he was like, yeah, I do. So he's noticing the improvement now, which I think is going to help his confidence, which in turn will help his desire to practice more and his mental state when he plays in the games, to be less nervous about going for things. So yeah, watch this space. Raidho BGF World Champion soon.
Terrifying thought, but one that I am going to have to come to terms with soon enough, no doubt.
It's only a matter of time till he figures out that ram pressure properly.
And then we'll all go, God help us all.
Yep. I said to him after Rollback this week that when he finally defeats me in the best of 5, I owe this man one burger.
One burger.
One burger.
One burger.
I was like, a beer, a coffee? No, a burger.
Very apt.
Very apt indeed.
So, shall we proceed on to the next one then?
Yes, let's. Coming up next is our second match of round 1 for the evening. The winner of this match will face off against Case of Chaos in the semi-finals. I should have something else to say here, but I don't.
You're not at least going to say who it is.
I always wait, brother.
Oh no, but the suspense, it's killing me.
The Prince of Parry, the Peasant of Parry of the BGF, versus the Bag-Headed Bathroom Destroyer. It's Weirdling versus Cykamancer.
Hey, I know that guy.
I mean, I've heard of him.
Didn't live up to the hype though when I met him. He just sort of slurred his words at Edinburgh. Yeah, I think he vomited on someone too.
Did you tactically chunder again?
No. There's nothing tactical about it. Anyway, my impending liver failure from alcoholism aside, let's get into this match.
The respect round start, let's go.
So I never feel comfortable going up against Weirdling and actually trying to hit him. I feel as though he's going to beat me every time, so I'll happily just walk backwards. Gives me more room to throw things.
It's because he's a scary foreigner. He's just going to press buttons and smash your face in, and then you're like, I get a turn now, and he parries you. The burning afro.
I probably could have done more than that, but yeah.
Surprise factor, eat this man. Defile the corpse, let's go.
Cykamancer tried to finish a combo over throwing an item challenge. Impossible.
So, at round start, first 2P is an incredible button.
It is indeed.
Is there a reason to not do it against a bike? Aside from they might just parry.
Aside from just being parried, I generally speaking, Weirdling, I never get a read on him. Like I it's all guesswork. So I just always opt to be safe against him.
The secret is it's always parry. Except when it's not. But
No,
usually.
and when it's not, it's a very lengthy, well done combo like that leaves me at death's door. And just doing panic 6 H's.
Dear lord, that was a long jump normal. Couldn't even see you off the bottom of the screen. Poked your brains out with it. Styling. Oh.
That was a burst bait.
Yeah. Munch on this man. I take it after a throw. It's better to take the OTG close slash because it causes them to roll backwards and buys you a bit of space.
That too. Also, if you're feeling up for it, you can go for a mix-up jumping Like, you know, you do a quick jump like that. Bait and burst that down successfully. Is what I'll tell everybody until my dying breath.
Oh, burst baited right back. Jump over that cannon. Oh. Esports button coming at you.
It's don't try if you're a Faust and you play Faust out there. Don't try and trade normals with people. None of your normals are particularly quick, except for the war crime button.
Except for the war crime button. We'll leave you to figure out which button that is.
It may or may not involve those Yeezys. Is that what they call it? Is that what they call trainers?
Is that what the kids call it?
Is that what the kids call it in America?
So I learned something from Release Bogus about that teleport steer program.
Yeah.
You know it's +8 on block.
It's even more that if you hold it down and charge it.
You can charge it?
Yeah, you can charge the P and K variations. It's very risky to do that because you are essentially waiting to be punched in the face.
True. I had no idea you could do that. Huh. Oh, thank you for the lesson, sir. Now I'll get my ass kicked maybe slightly less by Fausts. Unlikely, but we can only dream. That's an excellent freeze frame, bursting out of your own spine.
I don't understand why it is that 2S makes it look like Faust is just screaming out, "What has science done?" or something.
This is an unfortunate after effect of ancient Chinese medicine.
Ah, of course. Which was?
What, ancient Chinese medicine?
Yeah, but what is that in this case?
Oh, Faust's Chinese, right?
Is he?
Yeah.
I have no idea. The lore in this man is so deep, I just assumed he was funny haha Doctor Man.
He's Chinese serial killer man who is now funny haha Doctor Man.
Well, not anymore. Last time I checked in the lore, he's not dead, but he's just... I don't even know.
Does Faust appear in the Another Story?
Yeah, he does. He's one of the key components in it.
I've still not watched that.
Oh.
I keep just kind of forgetting about it, to be honest.
I mean, it does have Delilah in it, I don't blame you.
I was never one who was excited for the bed woman. I know that we got Bed Man.
Ooh, Bed Man?
Bed Man?
Oh.
Bed Man. It's not quite Delilah, but...
I mean, I suppose it has its charms, you know. The sweet little girl walking around while the torturous, murderous weapon frame just kind of does its thing.
And its thing is very upsetting. I finally got my first matches against the Bedmans over the past couple of days, and I've not really been able to figure out what to do yet, to be honest.
You know what you're meant to do?
Die.
Flick that back. The first projectile, the spike thing, you can flick it.
Yeah, I ended up running a bunch of sets in fact today in preparation for Meg. So like, side note, I've noticed this, I've been trying to make the conversion for a lot of stuff I've been doing in train range into live fire matches. And I know when you try to improve, when you play matches, you're just supposed to concentrate on that and not worry so much about winning.
Yeah.
But when I play in the tower, I kind of can't shake the desire to win. So I opted to play in park today, and I ended up running 10 matches against the Bedman. And yeah, like I've figured some stuff out now, but yeah, you flick that projectile, and if he blocks the flick projectile, he doesn't get the error follow-up. Like the automated projectile that comes out, which is pretty nice. It's kind of like staying state on Testament, that if you hit them even on block, it'll prevent the error from occurring.
Which is good tech. Was there a match going on?
There was, yes.
I don't know, that guy winning 2-1.
Fuck that guy.
I think we should probably, let's commentate on the actual match this time.
This is how the BGF commentary goes. Human error is part of the charm, and half time we don't talk about the game.
We try to, I swear, but it's really hard to commentate on Guilty Gear matches. I've actually watched it some pro games the last time, and they can't follow it very well either.
Well, we just do our best. It's this man with the mix, followed by the war.
And followed by my favourite thing in the whole game, the Mini Faust. Possibly followed by Banana. As long as I'm not slipping on it.
See, you think this man plays Faust, but he actually plays Mini Faust, and the Faust is just an accessory. Usanse coming in a bit too high, able to grab Weirdling afterwards. Oh, I am surprised you got out of that situation now.
I'm surprised that didn't kill.
I kind of thought the many items would have been still recovery.
It's as long as you're quick on it, unless your opponent is a ram, you could probably manage it. Because, I mean, Motor Battle could punish just about anything.
Weirdling blocking there.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen him do that block there very that convincingly. So you know what that means. I'm never going to do it again.
The man's adapting, time to come up with some new funny haha bullshit to catch him out with.
Oh, I'm always on that funny haha tech. The woohoo, the woohoo haha. I don't have tech. You don't know my tech. I don't know my tech. Guess.
Better to be funny than good.
Indeed. If you can't do it, then teach. And if you can't teach, I don't know, make fart noises.
I think I said play Faust.
that is making fart noises.
As simple as it is.
I remember the days of Loust. Thankfully, he's not quite that bad anymore. They've made him better.
Jesus Christ, the damage out of that one combo from Weirdling. That was most of your health bar.
I'm not deterred though. As long as I have more than one, I'm good. Also, I lied. I teleported behind him again.
Just can't help yourself. Faust means the millisecond they've got bar, they will be teleporting behind you with the PRC.
It's like trying to tell a Kai player not to stun differ.
Stun differ? What's that? In this house, it's scum differ.
Oh, sorry, I forgot.
Especially when Maku uses it.
I'm trying to be technical with our commentary on this match.
But the memes, brother.
True.
Thanks, Hammer.
I really, really needed a hammer to come out there. That was the only thing that was going to save me, and it did. This is just a reminder here, loyal viewers and listeners. Pray to Aaron Jesus. It may very well save your life.
Strongest hammer fall in the bracket, that one. So Cykamancer taking the match 3-1 over Weirdling, and he will be advancing on to face Case of Chaos in round 2. Talking about you like you're not here.
Well, you might as well. It seems very pretentious to talk about yourself.
You get used to it. But it is a little hard to talk about your own gameplay once you get past the here's my thought process, I fucked this up.
I can't, like, most of the time commentate on or even critique my own decisions, because looking back on them I go, yeah, I didn't know what I was doing then, I don't know what I'm doing now. I just kind of, it's more just learning hitboxes and hurt boxes and then rolling with it.
I mean, that's kind of like the thing about first gameplay, isn't it? You need to be able to adapt on the fly to whatever item you've thrown out at the time, because it may give you a new combo route, it may change the situation depending on what you get. So,
of course, the only one that you don't adapt to is if you throw out donuts. You just cry, because that's a useless and worthless item.
No, it's good against Case of Chaos because he will go for that donut. He will feel the power of Scran Lad, and he will dash right in, and you will get the fat punish.
That's a good point. I should probably use that tech more often. Just see, throw out a donut and see what they do. If they rush towards donut, then I hit them.
Yeah.
Oh, see, every day is a school day.
By God, I should just hit the opponent. Incredible tech here.
Don't say it like that. Like, you have the choice at all times, at any given moment. You can hit your opponent, do combos, win the match, or
Timer scam.
Throw something.
Oh shit!
Throw an item. Just, you never know. They might shadow patch in a different item, and you'll never know until you just keep throwing.
The only choice is to keep rolling that dice just in case. I should probably try this item throwing business sometime, it seems to give as much, if not more, dopamine than hitting the Buster.
No. As someone that used to play it, there is no more dopamine that can be getting from than a nice Potemkin Buster. Except, of course, the heavenly Potemkin Buster. I believe I've been quoted in saying that I've never taken heroin before in my life, but I imagine landing a heavenly Potemkin Buster is an awful lot like it.
That is immortalised in the quotes channel on the Discord. So enough about taking heroin.
At least for now.
We have one match remaining in our first round of the evening. It is in the bottom half of the bracket. Do we call it that? Because that makes us sound like losers. Either way, it's the match that feeds into the champion.
Alright, let's go on then. Let's see.
See who will get the opportunity to take the first crack at Maku this week. Let's do it.
The silverback of the BGF. Oh, and he's going up against, you know him, you love him, the glue-guzzling, paint-drinking man himself, Reinart.
It's only done light brain damage.
Well, it's brain damage, some would say. Excellent technical expertise, others would say. I don't know any others that would say that, but I'm sure some of them would. Some of them will. But how are you feeling going into this? Obviously, this is a storied matchup. You both know. You've both fought a great deal. What are you thinking going in?
Although we know each other's gameplay really well, I also know that outside of Rollback, Senpuu has not been playing Guilty Gear. He has been putting the time into Street Fighter 5 instead, whereas I have still been grinding. So I'm fairly confident that I can beat Senpuu.
Right, well, let's see if your prediction holds up. He does seem to have you pinned in the corner right now, though. Get a nice retaliation. Couldn't quite start the Garuda pressure, but there's still time.
I think that's one of the situations where it had to be carried to get it timed correctly. Just since it sort of completed before he managed to finish waking up.
Very brave on Senpuu's part to be dangling around in the air like that, so close to a Potemkin with 1 bar of meter. But fearless, the man is fearless, I'll give him that. There's no time. Side switch. Always side switch. Always tapping at your shins. Always just smashing in. But it's working out for him clearly because he takes the first round.
You don't get to become the silverback of the BGF by being a coward.
No, that is true indeed. And a coward he is not. He is, however, going to eat quite a lot of damage. A lot of damage. Oh dear, that's most of his health bar gone already. And it was almost gone there entirely. You said not to play like a coward to be the silverback, but I did see distinctly cowardly behaviour there. Which, I don't blame him, I would have been crapping my pants.
I mean, when you get to that health value against Potemkin, it is just one hit.
It's one of my favourite things as well when you're talking about matchups to Potemkin and all that. When do you have a life lead on Potemkin?
That's a very good question.
I'll tell you when he's got 0 HP.
Only when he is cold and dead in the ground can you say, I have a life lead.
Oh!
Smelled it. There's a couple of situations where I know Senpuu will jump, and that was one of them. Although I've been catching him with Heavenly Buster after round start, after wall break enough times, I think he's like stopped jumping that situation because he knows. Fuck this man.
Yeah. just sending it there. A couple of 2Ps, just nice, easy, gets the job done. No need for any gimmicks, no need for anything fancy, no need to snap his spine. Just
Carry back Mega Fish round start because burst no damage.
Flick is. I don't know if it's because Leo projectiles are just kind of guff, or if FDB is just that good.
That it plows right through the projectile. I don't think it necessarily goes through the projectile. It'll beat the quick projectile because I think it has 1 hit in it. The heavy one I think has 3, but if Leo gets like clipped at all, the projectiles are all destroyed. So I think it like ticks through the projectile and hits Leo. I'm playing a little scared here actually. I can't just let them do projectiles and put me in the corner.
I mean, I can see the advantages of it. Let them exhaust the resources, just smashing off your wall, and then retaliate promptly, like so.
That was like the very edge of the JH hitbox catching Senpuu in the back of the head.
Yeah, that was just whiffing his shins with your steel toe caps there. Undeterred though, Senpuu just going.
Just lightly stroke each other's chests.
As I was saying, undeterred Senpuu, he's still going on the offensive, throwing caution to the wind, which is, I suppose, just how you should play as Leo in general, but also against Potemkin. Don't let the fear get into your head. You can't allow that, otherwise, I mean, he's already won.
Just keep him pinned down. Like, parts of defensive options is not great, so as long as you can just keep the pressure on and don't let him get his game going, you can kind of like force him out of the match.
I quite like that instant RC that you did there, just to make sure he definitely will not burst his way out of it. Just straight up cancel it into what looked like, just because of the positioning there, a colonoscopy.
Yeah, that's something that'll do. If they don't have burst, or they've got a fair bit of health left, I'll go for the charge dust into 2S2H. But if I know I can kill them and they do have burst, I'll go for the FRC into 2H into Heat Knuckle.
A little bit optimistic on that Kara Potemkin buster there, but I like it. I like the moxie.
Trying to anticipate the aggression, not really panning it in my favour. Oh, side swap. That's unusual.
That's a quirk. And that's a health bar.
Punch the man into the dining room. Let's go.
Look at all those men. Look at all those like powerful political figures back there that just don't seem to care that this is going on.
Oh, dinner entertainment.
Sorry, gentlemen. It seems as though our high grade meeting at the White House has been interrupted by what looks like a gorilla and a human tank. I think we'll just suspend the meeting for the time being and just see how this plays out.
I am actually trying to go for some new stuff in this match, but he keeps sticking to the wall before I can do it.
I saw that there. Was that a heavenly attempt?
Yes.
Shame.
Often I'll put in the heavenly input and not go for it because I'm a coward, and then I'll be damn, I should have just went for it. Not that it matters.
And then of course there it is, 3-0 to Reinart. Again, not a wash. Definitely not a wash. Senpuu, he's no fear in him. He knew that the only way he was going to win there was if he just ran you down, and tried that. He most certainly did. But as is the nature of fighting a Potemkin, 2-3 mistakes.
Dead.
That's kind of it, really.
It's much like the match that Senpuu and I played at Edinburgh, where the score just does not reflect the effort that Senpuu put in and like how close he actually gets to winning.
I really do feel bad for him in that aspect. More often than not, our scores will reflect the effort that's been put in, because it's almost always down to the wire between me and him. At 3-2, like you look at it, it's like, yeah, that was a close match. But even you look at the 3-1, the 3-1 or the 3-0, you think, he got battered. But in that case, he didn't. And I think that's a real shame, because Senpuu's damn good.
Yeah, like, he's been kicking himself a lot lately because he keeps ending up in these situations where he is getting 3-0'd, but seeing the 3-0 on the screen doesn't show the 2-1, 2-1, 2-1. This match went down to anyone could have won on a straight hit that often comes up.
Yeah, they say numbers lie, but I'm seeing a lot of lies. Sorry, I mean they say numbers don't lie. It's alright, he'll edit that out later, I'm sure. Right, boss?
Human error is part of the charm.
Oh, never mind, he gave me a middle finger.
For people that have been watching Rollback for all of the 50, 60 odd episodes that are now on the YouTube, they've come to expect this kind of slavering and stumbling from us at this point. They know what we mean. They're cool with it. That's why they're still here.
And of course, to our loyal viewers that have just tuned in, perhaps, the ones that are newer, the ones that just thought, that looks like a very cool fighting game team, I think I'll tune in to their episodic tournaments. Please stay around. We'll get better. I promise. Please, just don't leave. We like the. Please.
I swear.
Just give us a chance.
Go back like 30 episodes, and you can see the difference between then and now. We have improved. Honest.
Oh well. Enough about feeling bad about ourselves. Let's move on, shall we?
It's time for round 2, the semi-finals. So, we begin the semi-finals with the first match of round 2. It'll be the BGF's most marketable monkey, Case of Chaos, facing off against our very own Chinese doctor, Cykamancer.
I'm going to have to knowledge check you on that at some point. I'm going to go home and I'm going to look at Faust lore. I'm going to find out if he is Chinese or
Just
not.
look at the Dr. Baldhead stuff, man. Chinaman.
I mean, it won't affect my opinion of him in any way, shape or form, but it's just one of those things I thought, really, Chinese? Okay then.
Faust is also fuck the CCCP.
Oh, yeah, that's really good. Social credit score, you fool.
In the future, when there's Chinese overlords ruling over us all, I will be at the bottom of the ladder. I will be living in the gutter.
And I would like to make it be known here that I do not agree with his sentiments towards the CCCP. However many it is, I keep forgetting. Bing Chilling. Anyway.
Oh dear.
Yeah, banana. Look, you saw it there, banana.
Monkey slip on banana.
Ho 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 ha ha hee hee. And, oh man, I am getting. Oh dear Lord, I'm getting mashed. I'm being physically hurt a great deal. I'm still not entirely sure how much swearing I'm allowed to do here.
As much as you like, I guess.
Right, well, in that case. Reversed! Look, I was the one getting their shit pushed in, but now it is a Case of Chaos! Hooray! I win!
I'm sure the algorithm hates all the swearing, but like, what you gonna do? We're from Scotland. It's just how it works here.
See what I mean? Look, I said it earlier, donut, useless. You walked up, picked it up, and then grabbed me.
No, I told you, Case of Chaos, see scran, get scran. You can use this to your advantage, brother.
Just like that. That was something I was quite proud of.
Was that an overhead scarecrow?
Yes, on the overhead scarecrow, you just pop up on the ground where you think you would be.
Pop into existence.
And you're untargetable. Like, there's nothing to hit.
I was just like, wait, he came out of nowhere.
I can't resist the urge. I must remember my grappler routes and go in for one whenever I get the chance.
It's like you said the other day, you can never truly stop grappling.
No, never. I've really appreciated that picture you sent. It's just the Potemkin frame, but he's holding a Faust scalpel and the silly little bag helmet.
I can go for that as an alternate skin. Daisuke, when alternate skins?
Daisuke, when? Daisuke, show us your vision. I'm fairly certain I demanded that you show your vision in the last one, but here I am, imploring you once more.
Daisuke's vision is to squeeze out a patch for the network issues at the last fucking second before Street Fighter 6.
Just to really mess with Capcom. I could believe that.
They're in fact banking on Street Fighter having network issues at the start due to sheer population, and they're like, look guys, Strive is fixed, come back.
Come on, Mini Faust, win the game for me, exactly.
Do it, lad.
There he goes.
Get him.
Yeah! Yeah, all skill. All skill.
He does main Mini Faust. This proves it. I think it was pointed out during the rollback that when a mini first appears on screen, Cykamancer just stops. He just sits back and waits. Do it for me, son. I believe. Quick 2p, 6p to get Keisuke's off you and escape that corner. Force the man back in with his beautiful ginger afro. Oh, that was such a tasty looking combo. Why you gotta drop it like that?
Because I really don't understand Faust. Like I'm trying to look for tech constantly. There's nothing straightforward about this guy. It's more just a case of add a little bit of razzmatazz and hope that it just bewilders your opponent enough. Case of Chaos not bewildered though. He's going straight in, trying to send a message here, which is just
it's in the name. The man can't be bewildered because he too lives in the chaos. Before you joined, he was our random bewilderment. I'm just gonna do a thing guy. Donut not useless, you got yourself a feed. You go. I'm now on Donut Watch.
Are you just watching out for every single time a donut comes out now?
I am now.
Oh. Not risking it that time when I came down because I thought, nah, he's not going to fall for this twice. I'll give him some. I'll give him some, credit. What I didn't.
If that had just been a 2S, that would have killed, right?
I genuinely thought the gravity was about to hit, which is again another aspect about playing Faust. You never quite know when you can actually combo after mix. Because mix is a terrible move, Daisuke. Give me back the pogo stands.
Don't lie, you just wanted a hit of that sweet item view.
I may have also just wanted the dopamine rush from gambling, yes. Come on. I'm rooting for you, Case of Chaos. Give me that intervention I so badly need. Just job me. I need to be told that this gambling will not be rewarded anymore, nor tolerated. See, like that for instance, if I'd been paying a little bit more attention instead of trying to go for nonsense teleports, I would have known to just rush forward and Warcrime button him on the bomb explosion.
It's because you knew that the BGF needed a comedy wrestler amongst their ranks, and you stepped up, brother. We may have a funny grab man, but who needs a funny grab man when you can have Faust?
Just funny man.
No qualifier. Wombo, let's go. You've been grabbing a lot of these run-throughs today.
I've been trying to pay close attention to it. It's more of a thing I look out for with Senpuu because he does like to do it a little bit more often than Case of Chaos.
Many first assassinates them from off screen.
Oh, I know we all laugh at it, but I do sometimes wonder if I'm actually just kind of crap at this game and rely on that one thing to just secure me wins.
He says it's dopamine when he does the item throw, but he's just digging deep for that mini Faust so he doesn't have to do shit.
It's pure cope. Huffing copium by the gallon. Again, we've not done a very good job of commentating on the actual matches. We're just kind of... It sounds more and more like a character assassination for me, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, this is just evolving into us talking shit.
That I'm also taking part of.
Yeah, fuck that Cykamancer guy. Yeah.
As a brief sort of like rewind, go a little back there. What did you actually think of Johnny's performance there? He's definitely spacing out his pressure more, I feel. Not going quite in with the madness, leaning in so heavily with it. Do you think that's the case? Case of Chaos?
I don't know if he'd maybe benefit more from being more Unga when facing you. Because if he is just going ham and not letting you get space, there's probably a higher chance that he can just catch you out, get in a combo, strip out like a third of your health, and just not let you set up. But he did say a couple of weeks ago he wants the Faust matchup experience. He's not very experienced in this matchup, and I think that's leading to moments of like hesitation that you're able to capitalise on.
Yeah, because probably hamstringing myself a great deal here, but just bum rush me. What am I going to do? DP you?
Yeah, I think that's kind of it. Is he's not quite gathered that he can just go in, and
Right.
it's like, oh, he's doing some tricky bullshit. I don't know, man. And then like the patient case of chaos comes back out as if he was fighting me, but he needs to just get in there and get up inside you.
Yeah, so Johnny, just abandon IQ. Go for it. Just go for it. That's probably the best I can say for going up against me in general.
Yeah, just hand the brain cell back to Senpuu and get in there. You don't need it, brother. You're thinking too much.
So, now of course we're heading into him. Him.
That man.
Oh dear. Ugh.
The first of potentially 2 attempts to break this man's streak tonight before backyard install.
Well, can he be dethroned, ladies and gentlemen? Let's tune in and find out.
Let's do it.
And here we go, folks. Your honourable challenger, Reinart, taking time from the glue to take on the beast to blame, the master of mid, Maku. Well, now, of course, like any good heel, we all hope for his downfall, but do you think it's possible? Do you think you have it in you to take him down?
I've been on the grind recently. I took a couple of weeks off Strive while the servers were a mess to just play some single player games. But with all these tournaments coming up, I've been back on the grind, coming off of a pretty strong performance at Edinburgh. I can remember sitting down to play this match, and I don't know if confidence is the word, but I feel like I could feel myself like going into the zone.
Ah, yes, the Zen.
Yeah.
Getting that headspace.
It's like a state of focus, like, I will stop this man.
Well, let's see if the Zen works out for you. So far, you've... Whoa! So far, it seems you do indeed seem to be in the zone. Funny thing is... Oh, dear Lord.
It's a tick, brother.
Well, Maku, I think he's... let's see, is that jolted him awake now? He's opting for the safe option of just walking away there. Though personally, if I were him, I would have backdashed in case Jakara at the start. You seem to be on that mindset now. Must grab this man.
Maku has like quite an excellent track record of beating me at round start simply by walking back a little bit. So I think he feels like, god damn it. If there's one thing I'm weak to, it's the run up grab.
Now, like just there, I noticed that he's not going for. I can't remember what that move is called, where the sword just comes down there.
On the direct clap.
Direct. He decided to go for a range there instead. I don't know. Maybe do you think our champion's not feeling quite so optimal right now? Because he seems to be falling to stuff that I don't think he normally would fall for.
Yeah, he did seem a little off this week prior to the match. I don't know if he was just tired or
even before showing up, he did tell me he was feeling a little bit drained from Edinburgh. So that might have had something to do with it. It also might have been my bad influence. I got him inebriated, we'll say. Again, please don't go out drinking with me. It's not going to end well for anybody. It almost didn't end well for Reinart there as well. Maku going in there with solid wall pressure, and then he goes in again, going in for that 5k, that button you love so much.
Not able to get the FRC. If it's not FRC'd, Maku will always evade. He's just got the reactions.
I like that there as well, running back up, making sure that when he grabbed you to just throw you back into that wall again. And clinching out the first round there, Maku. Playing it safe, he likes to jump back, chuck a few, play it safe, and then run in. Always try to gauge people's reactions. Of course, when you're pretending, you don't have many options, do you? Other than flicking it back and just sort of taking it.
A lot of the time I'm not confident to flick it back because I end up messing up the half circle motion. Come here, you.
I think you've managed to train Maku into very, very nice burst there. I think you managed to train Maku into thinking that you're going to strike on Wake Up much more than you're going to grab, because he's getting Potemkin busted an awful lot right now.
Something that I have managed to pick up across the past couple of weeks of fighting Maku is that like he can be conditioned to be busted a lot more easily than the others can. I think the others more often than not expect the buster, but I can catch Maku waking up blocking more often than not. But it usually takes like a couple of rounds of Garuda first. That was an accidental super jump. Hopefully it does not go bad for me. Oh, we used the armor, son.
That almost worked as well. It was just the lack of health on Maku's part. Well, looking very dire for Maku here as well. That's 2-0 to Reinhardt right now. Are we about to watch him get dethroned? Or is this just him going to bring it back and rub ever more salt into your wounds?
Starting with a strong Caramel Megafist opener, but Maku does get a buff when the chips are down. It's something I have noticed.
Look at how many JDs there are there. He is focused. He wants you dead. He's feeling it.
Pressure's on in this corner and burst. Get off me.
Of course, his anti-airs might not be perfectly on point, but they are there. He's determined to keep you there. He wants you there. He wants you through that wall.
That's death, brother. That's gonna kill. Oh my god, it did not kill.
No.
I am bad.
You gotta remember, you got that guts, and you got that scaling.
I really thought he was going to... I think he was going to jump in.
It didn't look like that to me, but then again, when you're playing it, it's different from when you're watching, honestly, especially afterwards.
Honestly, that might have been a slide head that I've just put in the input once too many times and got heavenly. I am known to do such things.
Of course, that thing very hard to flick back, isn't it? Like the fast one.
It's fast. Oh, catch him with the Garuda. Don't know why I didn't go for Buster.
I think you were opting just for wall carry, and it's worked out for you clearly.
Maku actually jumped. He actually jumped. Gets burst back at the last moment, but opts not to use it. Probably a smart decision to keep it for round 3.
Yeah, I would have said so. Cut your losses, so to speak. And there it goes. There it is. Just that simple walk back.
Maku fighting for his life here, as I am on match point against him.
He's not going. He's definitely not going down without a fight. He's still though. I think the pressure's starting to get to him a little bit. You've got this good Garuda pressure going, and finally jumps out of it. He's no longer conditioned. Maybe this will be the turnaround, because he's got you back to the wall now. He's spending that meter. He's going that. He wants you through it. He's spending all that meter.
We're getting that hard knockdown. What's he gonna do after wall break?
Oh, I saw what he was going for there. He just fluffed the backdash slightly. Still though, he's got that. Oh!
It's the whiff DP! Can we capitalise? Is this enough damage? Is this enough damage? It's a kill, and what a sick end screen!
My goodness, the beast has been slain! Reinart 3-0 in an upset.
After 8 weeks.
It seems as though the reign of terror is finally over, with Reinart finally putting the beast to rest.
I would give a bow, but this is an audio podcast, so you wouldn't see it.
It's alright, I'll do it anyway.
Bows all round.
That looked more like a dab, to be honest. I'll dab as well. Oh.
So yeah, like...
I feel drained having watched that.
I played that. I really felt like I was, for the most part, in the zone, like focused in. It's usually a giveaway if I've been in the zone, because the match will end and I will scream. As much as I did after that match.
Yeah, I do remember the victory yell.
As the pressure just comes off.
So many people are sat around gripping the arms of their chairs or pretty much anything they could get a hold of. You left handprints on it, watching. It's horrible to say that you wanted them to lose, but anybody that's on a spree for that long, you want them to lose. It doesn't matter if it had been me or Weirdling or Johnny, anybody that's been on a streak that long, you need to see them.
You want to see them knocked off the pedestal. And this is the week where I wanted Maku to win for the storyline.
I know.
I've ruined the storyline.
You've ruined you absolute moron. How could you do this? How could you win when you were meant to? Do you have any idea how many people were just expecting that dive?
How insensitive of me.
You've now got the Mafia probably on your tail, on your case.
So Maku told me later on in the evening, that pressure he's running in the corner with the JD, the kick, and the JD again, that is a pressure string he learned specifically for fighting against me.
Wow.
That he went and labbed it out, and that's why you don't really see him doing it much in other matches. I don't know if it's because it only works on Pop because he's so large.
He has a pretty big body. By that logic then, it could probably work on Lewis.
Yeah, Gold Lewis. If it works on Pot, it generally works on Gold Lewis and Nagoriyuki.
I had to actually watch myself there. I always call him Gold Dick. Gold Dick Lewison.
Who doesn't call him Gold Dick Lewison?
So,
it's a superior name.
That's that's the champion. The finals decided, isn't it? It'll be.
After all that effort, I don't even get the belt for that game. I've still got to go through you.
Still got to go through me, but that's for later. For now, we have
an extra match. When we tallied up the scores post this game to determine who would be the participants in our spoon game, it turned out that on counts of games and rounds, Senpuu and Maku had the exact same score. So coming up next is a playoff between the two of them to determine who will face Raidho in the spoon match.
Right, let's go.
We haven't had one of these for a while. It's the battle for 5th place. The loser will be going on to face Raidho in the spoon match.
It's been a while since we've seen Senpuu and Maku, I feel. When was the last time that we saw that? Never mind, it was last week. I'm just... where are my meds?
It's been quite some time since Maku has not been advancing to the finals.
That is true. It's probably just because I'm confused by that. Like, what do you mean he's not in the final? Wait, what? Is this the screw jobless timeline?
It might be. He didn't lose. He just got jobbed.
Not to rag on him, but in fact, no. I'm abandoning that line of thought. I don't like to bring people down.
So I don't think he's going to take that loss lying down.
No, and I suppose Senpu's going to think, you know what? I couldn't bring him down last week, but maybe I could just send him to Raidho. You know, give him gift wrapped.
Send him from first place right to the spoon match. I don't think Maku's going to let that happen though.
No, he's again, look at that relentless pressure. He's keeping him there.
Double close / combo.
He's out-unguing. He's out-unguing him. He's clearly feeling the anger from his last loss. He's
oh, nice parry.
Straight at you. Spend that money. Just go straight in. You've got the 2 bars. Use it. Not enough though, because Maku clearly thought the same thing.
Bit of French cuisine going on here with 2 full sticks of butter getting spent.
Just spread it all over that croissant. Or would it be a baguette? What's funnier?
You know, in France they have a baguette delivery service.
Really?
It's like the milkman, but they bring baguettes to your house instead.
Really?
And it's like a normal thing. I think that's fucking incredible. I'd love a baguette delivered to my door in the morning.
That does sound pretty good. Also, do you know what they call a quarter pound of a cheese?
God, fuck off!
For all of you listeners that are far too young to have watched Pulp Fiction, they call it a Royale with cheese.
God damn
Anyway,
I'm sure Robert will appreciate that one. Hi Robert, I hope you're enjoying your lunch.
right, but serious commentary again though. Bringing it back down to more or less even health. Senpuu trying the side switches, Maku on top of it with the burst, keeping up the air pressure, just making sure they can't make any room to breathe. The flash kick coming out though, and making use of that armour, just going, timed that perfectly.
Great
for his
discipline
landing.
to hold the guard point during the air crossover, so that when Maku came down, he could release for the kill.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what direction you're being hit from, you're still guarding it.
As if Maku hasn't taken enough command grabs today already, Senpuu getting in there with the power bomb. Nice.
Very good RC there. Sets up the next pressure quite well.
It's the Senpuu special. He probably could have killed with the OTG there, but tags him with the low anyway. Takes the game.
So, dear Lord, this will be quite a fall from grace if he's sent straight back down to Raidho.
It wouldn't be the first time that someone's gone from the belt to the spoon in 1 week in the BGF.
I do believe I've even done that.
Burst early, get off me, more chance of getting the burst back before this is over.
Letting go of that guard early because he knows that the threat of Stun Dipper is eternal. The threat of Scum Dipper is eternal.
Yes, thank you. This is why we hired you. Damn, the jab pressure and the throw. Like if we call the projectile PRC the Senpuu special, that's definitely the Maku special.
That frost up? Oof. I keep forgetting that so many of the DPs in this game, they hit behind you as well.
Yeah.
It's not just a front facing sort of thing. You are become hitbox, destroyer of worlds, essentially.
It's because most of the animations tend to be circular. I think only Saul's DP is like vertical in front of you.
And even then, if you're too close from behind, I still think it'll still burn you. Oh, a chip actually.
Oh yeah, really good point actually. I forget Chip's got one, even though I eat it half the time.
And I'll be honest with you, I kind of forget Chips in this game. I don't see him get played an awful lot.
That, of which I'm glad. People are like, oh, but Chip dies in like 2 busters or whatever. Yeah, fuck that. You ever tried to land a buster on Chip?
Yeah, just good luck catching him. It's the legendary 10-0 matchup.
Man, it's always his turn. It never ends.
Oh, using that invulnerability frame very well.
Yeah, very smart choice.
Going straight through it. Senpuu determined. He's sending Maku down to go meet Raidho. He needs this. And he's playing out of his mind right now, to be honest.
Yeah, Senpuu has awoken.
Maybe he's learned a little bit of extra things about footsies with all that Street Fighter he's been playing.
Very possible.
Like, I'm not even joking about that. It's like, these skills are transferable.
I just play Guilty Gear. I have no transferable skills.
You played Dragon Ball at one point. A game that has so much neutral in it. So much neutral.
So much neutral. What's that? I have an armoured hit that takes you straight to the corner? Oh, yes. We will play neutral, brother.
It was a good guess for the guard there, but Maku just having none of it. Run up grab. He was close enough to threaten him with it.
Smelled the burst, punished him, takes the match. 1-1.
Okay. Maku making it clear that he's not making it easy for Senpuu here. Senpuu's going to have to try a little bit harder if he wants to send him back down there.
A little early on the grab there. Oh, projectile
that's a lot of projectile spam.
How do you like it, motherfucker?
Yeah, that's burst used by Maku. We're on even footing now. But Maku does have him in the corner. Tries to go for a grab. Countered. And
nice 5p to anti-air.
Table's turned there for a second. Not quite at the wall now, but his back is to it.
Oh, that was a very nice grab.
Oh, just misses the 2S there.
I think he had to delay just a little longer, but I think Senpuu might be feeling it right now. It is only game 3. But
is he in time? No, he's not. Nah. I get the idea that must have been 2 frames too little.
Yeah, just a little bit longer of a gap, and I think Senpuu would have got the parry out.
And there it is, the special. You know it, you hate it.
Oh man.
He's really gunning for him, isn't he, Senpuu? He's just not content to sit still at round start. He's just straight in, using that meter, baiting that burst.
Burst sucks. This is becoming my new catchphrase.
Several seconds in and he's already brought Maku down to such low health.
Look at this stagger pressure going on. Using the RC to extend the pressure. Maku able to escape the corner, a pretty nice air sequence. Senpuu's having none of it.
And there it is. It's coming back splendidly there. It really does feel like anybody's game right now. You like watching matches like this, don't you? These are the ones that really stick with you. The ones where you're thinking to yourself, there's no overall advantage. It's just two people playing really well and close to their own skill levels.
It might have been quite some time since Senpuu's held the belt, but he tends to have the hypest matches on any given rollback. Be it against you, or like this match against Maku here.
Because every time I face him, I know like I'm gonna have to play hard for this one. Every time I go up against him, and more often than not, he will bring it down to the wire for me. Here's hoping that this is what will happen here. It's looking more and more like it that it will. Oh.
Nice reaction.
Time that RC just rolled, and that's a blocked DP and death.
I think Senpuu expected like the continued aggression, but Maku, used to the ways of Senpuu, throwing the DP every which way,
just
pauses for a moment.
Taking a moment to collect himself, and it was enough.
Senpuu winning these projectile wars. Talked earlier about the Leo projectile being a bit shit, and here it is, just powering right through the stunning.
I can't remember what they're called. Let's call them lightning bolts.
The mixes go, brother. Oh, Maku able to clip him and get right out of there. Nice tech.
Good tech, but he's back in as if nothing happened. Okay, let's see what Senpuu does. Opts not to dash through, probably expecting a burst.
I think that might have been a little bit of a mistake. Let Maku re-establish himself and gets him back in the corner. Oh, very nice anti-air back to RP.
And burst.
Oh, that's a mouthful.
And burst is not shit, evidently. Schrodinger's burst. It's shit, except when it isn't.
Oh. I don't know if that's was a fluff DP attempt or what, but catches Senpuu, takes the round.
It's very back and forth this. I quite like this. It's almost like a tennis match.
Grab me, I'll grab you.
Obviously, got heavy combo scaling there, not able to get much out of it, but he'll benefit. Nice. I don't know if he meant to go that far or not.
Burst back in the table for Senpuu now. Maku is on match point, so this is very good for Senpuu that he has burst available. This might hurt.
This is
too far away to continue.
Just not enough. Goes for the parry attempt, but
expecting DP.
Sniffed out.
Oh, burst sucks, I told you. Maku just too far away.
Well, there we go. Maku takes it 3-1, and it will be Senpuu that goes to face Raidho in the next match.
That was an excellent game. Once again, 3-1, non-reflective of the match that just occurred in front of us.
No, because Maku had to work for that. You could tell watching it. There was times there I thought genuinely thought Senpuu was going to be the one that came out on top there. But Maku is, if nothing else, very adaptable.
Yeah. Something Maku has said before is he's maybe not the best at facing up against random opponents, but people that he knows, like us, that he plays frequently, he's very strong against. He makes good note of people's habits and punishes them and capitalizes on them excellently. Able to adapt to the sheer aggression coming out of Senpuu there and catch some key punishes on blocked DPs to take the game.
My goodness. I'm not yawning because I'm bored or anything. It's just I'm working on very little sleep.
It is quite late, but we still have 2 more matches to go.
Yes, we have a job to do, and by golly gee, I will not leave until I have completed the task at hand.
You don't have a choice. You're on the desk this week. You're going to sit your ass here, and we're going to get through the spoon game and this grand finals.
Oh, indeed we shall. So, shall we proceed apace? Let us proceed apace.
onward to the spoon game.
And here we go, loyal viewers, the deliberation to see who will be handed down the wooden spoon.
Spoon match.
The gorilla, the swordsman. Should be an epic battle to see if the gorilla will be handed back the wooden sword or if Raidho will once again take it home with him. Your thoughts, Reinart?
Due to the many weeks of Senpuu versus Raidho as the final opponent in the hit list, if there's any opponent in the BGF that Raidho has the experience against, it's Senpuu.
How many weeks was it? How many times did he gatekeep him?
10 weeks, I think.
Because I remember Raidho went through all of us relatively quickly, in my memory at least. It was only like 2 or 3 attempts, most, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was just Senpuu for so long that I can't even remember who the last opponent to be defeated before Senpuu was.
So if there is anybody here, like Reinart says, that knows Senpuu, it's Raidho, because this is something he's seen many times before, and he's going for it too.
Gravity scaling, unfortunate. This is that exact situation is something that Raidho and I spoke about post rollback, and he assures me that he has now figured out a new combo to use in place of it. Nice combo into Mortal Battle there. It's a shame he only had one sword, or it might have actually killed.
Is that how it works? Both swords do more damage?
Yeah, I think Mortal Battle does 160 damage, but it does 30 less for each sword that you're missing, as well as having a shorter range.
Still though, Senpuu managing to just clinch it out there. Very little health. But he's been here before. He's going to be here again, no doubt. Not specifically the spoon match, but just against Raidho. I mean, let's face it, we're all going to be fighting for the spoon again at some point or another.
Dear Lord, brother, put him down.
Just give him a chance.
Gold burst.
Going for the lasers. Good way to bring the sword back. Thought he might try a side switch there, but...
Oh, Senpuu does not DP punish the Rekka 3.
Even when your opponent doesn't have meter, you always fear the Mortal Battle.
It could come at any time.
Regardless of whether or not they have the meter to actually do it.
You never know when Ram might just pull out a stem from under that hat, stick it in her arm, suddenly full meter.
Boof. 2 sticks. There you go. Raidho opting to just try and keep him away this time. You know, get a bit of distance.
One of the things that we did discuss during the hit list process is that he doesn't need to go in against Leo. Obviously Ram has excellent pressure, but Raidho's still learning that, so he can play a stronger game against Leo players simply by just using his large normals to keep the Leo out. Because this is what happens when the Leo gets in.
Yes, it doesn't matter who you're playing as. Even if you're playing someone that is almost equally as unga bunga as Leo, like Sol, he's coming into you. He's going to you. There's no need to press the advantage on him unless it's in your own game plan. And for Ram, it's not really a big part of the game plan to be mega aggressive. It's more just to frustrate the opponent into making mistakes.
Yeah, like, you control the space, you play the neutral, and if you can convert into putting the opponent into the corner, that's when the aggression really starts. Getting caught in the knees.
But Senpuu's, well, he couldn't send Maku here, so he's determined to not be sent down even further himself, making that very clear here and now. Full on aggression, full on side switching, mix up mayhem.
He really wants that spoon to go back on Raidho and my mantelpiece. That's where it sits behind all the plans. Senpuu not confidently DPing these flips like he normally is.
Maybe he's just thinking, maybe he won't flip this time. It's the Ken approach. Surely he won't Mortal Battle me again.
Surely not. Oh. Did he just block that burst?
I think he did.
My God.
So not only
Gets the wall
that,
stick.
gets the wall stick, blocks the burst, which means there's now less bar for Senpuu now.
Go, my son, go!
And there he goes. He takes a round.
You can do this, brother. I believe.
It's a bit unfair to say that I don't want Senpuu to fail here so much as I want Raidho to succeed.
I think that is fair.
Is that fair?
No, that is fair. Like, Raidho's had the spoon pretty much every week since he was actually able to clear the hit list. You want to see him succeed. You want to see him put that spoon down, even just for a single week. I don't think that was meant to be a sword throw.
Oh, evidently though, Senpuu not wanting to see him succeed.
Tickles that shield and eats a parry for it. Like, Raidho's conducting himself really well in this match. The problem is simply he cannot deal with the left-right mix of the Leo back turn.
And unless you're looking out for it, a lot of people can't either. It's surprisingly quick. Like, you have to sort of like judge, but like, see that there? He must have thought he's going to try that side switch again because he's gone in for the foot, just the foots. So I'm going to just wave my arm around. Did he guard all the way through that?
Senpuu with a big swinging ball sack, just guard points right through the laser.
Making a statement here.
Oh.
Not sure what the statement was, but it's been made and it goes along the lines of oh.
Unfortunately, Raidho jumping an air dash and locking him into trajectory, Senpuu able to meet him in there and give him a wee toss for a game. Alas.
It seems sad. I say sadly, but at the same time, I didn't want to see Senpuu take the spoon as much as I didn't want to see Raidho take the spoon, but ultimately, someone here is going to have to.
This bracket really does not tell the story of this week of Rollback. There's been so many like tight games, close rounds, going to round 3. That's just not reflected in the scoreboard. Not that we're going to make a fancier scoreboard to reflect these. Fuck that, that's a lot of work.
Because how would you even translate that in pure raw numbers of... I mean, I suppose you could have like a style points system at the bottom, like 3-0, but 100 to like style.
But,
hint, over there at the editing machine.
Yeah, you, production.
Yep, that's my second middle finger for the evening.
You get 3 and you're out.
Oh.
So yeah, unfortunately, Raidho taking the spoon home once again to sit on the mantelpiece, where it will remain for another week until the man pulls his finger out his arse and gains a bit more power.
Which could be any other week now at this point.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if, maybe he bodies us all of next week. Maybe he will. Who knows?
It's a little like, I think before we started putting these on YouTube, back when, the early days, back when we still had Green Palabard as one of our members in Case of Chaos, when we started they were lagging behind the rest of us fairly significantly. But over the weeks they rapidly caught up, and I think a similar thing is now happening to Raidho, where the gap is closing. We're at a point where improvement is slow.
Yeah, we've don't want to say that we've peaked, but we're certainly plateauing, aren't we?
Yeah, we're at that point now where to get better, it's a hell of a grind for small improvements. But Raidho still has a huge open plane in front of him of improvements he can make, and he's making great strides each time.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how he progresses. I really am. I mean that. I would not be mad if he bodied me at one point, because that would just be like, look him go! He's doing it. Little Timmy's doing it.
Come and claim that burger, son.
But now we move on to the final, the grand finale.
The one to determine who will actually take this belt home now that Maku has been dethroned.
Up in the air now. I mean, it could be you, it could be me.
I guess we'll find out in the next match.
Let's go. And here we are, loyal viewers, loyal listeners. The final. The big man of the BGF himself.
Versus the pimp of the Mini Faust.
Don't say it like that. I do not pimp out that boy.
I don't know, man. You throw it out and you sit back and you let him do his work.
That's just watching a master craftsman throw out his apprentice there to just let his opponent know, I don't even need to come over there. My boy's going to do it for me.
He's going to handle it. Oh, praying for contact.
Because, as we all know, if he does say contact here, I will lose. It's just I will just lose.
50% memes, 50% power up. God damn it.
Well, okay, it's still in the air, folks. There's still a chance for me.
It's anyone's game.
Now, this is obviously a two very extreme ways of playing, me and you. You opting not to like be more passive. You want to be in there. You are the one pushing the field up forward, going in. You just going in there, putting me into the dirt. I'm not even getting a word in here.
I can't let you sit up. We've had enough games over several weeks now that I know that if I just stay back, try to work my way in slowly, you'll just keep tossing items and I'll never actually get in.
It is kind of just a lose-lose situation in that regard, but
Chopper.
big boy hands. I'll sometimes be caught off guard by that as well. Occasionally, just remember, yep, he's got big arms.
That is unfortunately a failed Carabat Megafish round start. Don't know what good it would have done me had it connected, but it's better than the regular back Megafist. Oh no, I punched Megafist. Oh dear lord. Oh no. Oh, no Kara. Sadness.
That would have been I would have been a little bit upset if you had carried me there. Not gonna lie.
Oh, round 2 looking very dicey for me so far. Oh, the toss. Why you gotta do me like that?
It's something
7 golden letters.
That's something I've had to work into because specifically for Maku, and he's already adapted to it. So I'll teleport behind him, but it'll be in the air. So yeah, jump up, grab as fast as I can. I haven't quite got to terms yet that the war crime button is the one to use there if you look like you're still in the air, because regular 5S will not catch you, but the war crime button will.
It's literally the size of Potemkin, or at least it feels like it. The Afro Burst kills me through the wall.
I didn't even get the chance to finish him off myself.
Truly, Cykamancer is doing nothing this week, and it's the Afro and the Mini Faust is carrying this man. Let's just here look pretty.
You heard it here, folks. I'm indeed the pretty boy of the BGF. I do no work. But I get all the returns. I could have followed that 5H up with anything else, but I was so stunned at my own idiocy.
I don't spend the meter to make it safe. Fortunately, it allows you to work your way out of the corner. Damn.
Tricked!
Actually mixed. Teleported in front of me instead of behind me for the meteors. I think I tried to do the Hammerfall Heavenly there and I just got the clothes instead of the super. Which is unfortunate.
Oh!
Get fucked, sir.
Out of nowhere. Me opting to stand still. That was definitely not the play. And I'm already on the back foot because of it. I can't even be mad at that.
Potemkin round, let's go.
Just the quintessential optimum Potemkin gameplay there. And that's the Karabac Mega Fist.
I did it, I got it.
Which means, upon landing that on block, I have pretty much no options. I have to just watch to see what you'll do next.
I've done a pretty good job of not talking about frame data this week, but I'm going to do it. Karabat Mega Fist is only -2 on block as opposed to forward being -6. So it's in that close range situation, it's just better. The goddamn Mini Faust, I thought I'd escaped that.
No, Donut, no!
Yes, Donut, feed me! Grow my massive body. Ah, crouch it does not last.
Traitors! I'm surrounded by traitors!
Oh god damn it, I thought it was going to be the jump. Oh, snatch me at that 2S.
What were you 2S'ing at that range for?
I don't know. I press 2S a lot when I really shouldn't. It's a very, very slow button, considering it's a slash button.
It is a good button if you could actually land it though, isn't it?
Oh, it's... yeah. It's 6 ages ago, this tiny man text my air throw. Man is switched on here. He's not allowing this to happen. Damn.
Oof. That's me very unconvincingly taking match 2.
Give me a little injection of salt.
God damn. Oh, it looks as though I'm about to become champion, right? Right? I'm taking the belt. Oh. Maybe not.
This matchup is damn hard, but I'm not giving up yet. Get him, Bobs. Damn it. Pressing buttons at just the wrong time. Okay, I can catch you. Imagine thinking my buttons are faster.
Not to toot my own horn, but I am liking the aggression that I'm showing now. Controlled aggression, not just... and that was an attempt at this.
Even the zoners are Unga and Guilty Gear. Oh boy, this is looking real bad for me right now. Match point for Cykamancer.
Well, let's see if I can do it. And I learned this time. See that? I
crawls away.
Crawled away from it.
Backdash at me. I swear I can do this. Honest.
Because whenever I get stuck in the Garuda pressure, every fibre of my being tells me get away from it, get away from it.
Smelled the tick through though. You got away. Didn't get away from this one though.
No. There goes my poor spine.
I went through Maku to get here. I'm not giving up without a fight. Oh no. I've really got to work on my reactions for that. Whenever I counter hit 2S, I never just rock up a buster. I'm already mashing 5-8.
I mistimed that command grab there myself just slightly. Still in the block stun from things that weren't betraying me for a change.
How dare they? Oh, he knows again.
It's not that I know, it's just that I'm very afraid and will do that anyway. See, if I'm in the air, he can't do that, but he can do this.
Carry heat knuckle into conversion into a game. Get me on this board, sir.
Right, well, Reinart definitely not going down easy. It seems I'm going to have to try a lot harder than that if I want to be taking this belt.
You just got to roll more mini fausts.
Which I fully intend to, regardless.
Just recreate last week's rollback. Carry back Mega Fist again. I'm doing it, boys.
Banana.
More consistent. He's eating the banana. He's gained all that health back that he's lost. Wait.
Most of it.
Donut!
Trying to herd the mini Faust over to you. I'm nothing without you, boy. Please come help me.
Oh, he's coming in. He's stomping my corpse. I say corpse, I'm not dead yet. Feels like I am. Oh god. Oh lord. Gold burst, let's go. Didn't jump.
I don't know why I didn't, because that seems like something I would have done.
I think I tried for the buster after YRC there, but man's pressing buttons, I'm not getting away with it. Play a little bit of Pong.
Yeah, just a good old bit of volleyball.
The War Crime button.
Which of course, with the Afro there, much harder to avoid.
Whoa.
Oh, just on the landing frames that every character's vulnerable on.
That was fucking cheeky.
Very audacious on my part there. But I did expect a Kara Potemkin buster. That wasn't just me being cheeky.
Man thinks he can go burst on me. Oh, land on the bag.
How many times am I going to just run forward and try and kick you?
Carry heat knuckle again.
Very well done by Reinart there. I'm just impressed whenever he carries anything though, to be honest.
See me in training range. Fuck that building anyway.
Okay. It's match point. Who's going to come out on top here?
I mean, I've still got a whole ass game to go if I win this round.
You know what? Part of me really wants to see you win this, just so we can go to the wire. I think that's what all the finals should be.
Always game 5. Oh, I'm getting stomped by me first.
But I am more than content to sit here and lame it up. After all, there's a big scary man that breaks spines over there.
I'm realising at this point in the match, I had the health advantage. I should have just timer scanned. I should have just let you lame out and just stood on the other side of the screen. I tried to go in, look what's happened.
Ooh.
Oh, I needed the FRC if I was going to hit that. Looking real fucking dangerous for me now. Oh, block it. Oh, no, he got it this time. Feed me. Restore my health.
No, he's got a little bit of health back. Let's see if it helps him. Have I doomed myself?
Oh! Not the very first. Ah!
And the side switch there cinches it out for me.
The side switch, when first stabs me in the back. The little bastard. After all that, I fall at the final hurdle.
I can't help but feel I didn't deserve this. Like, I really don't feel like I deserve this. Essentially, Reinart has done all the work for me, and I've just swooped in and snatched it.
Don't mind if I do. So there you have it, our placements for the week. Cykamancer is your new BGF World Champion after 8 weeks of Maku domination.
Woo! And of course, an honourable second place going to Reinart. Frankly, he deserves all of the credit here. I am just a glory-stealing bad word.
So bad that we can't even say it on this video.
It's getting awfully crowded down at those stairs, isn't it? There at the bottom there, over in Loserville. I don't mean it really, though. I really don't. Well played to everybody involved.
Yep, good rollback this week. Obviously, I said before, though, that bracket does not reflect the potency of the matches contained within. You know, Maku's just going to come back, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Do you feel it in your bones?
I do. I feel as though this is just, we've caught him off guard.
Yeah.
And he's gonna take the necessary time to sort of sit back and go, yep.
Fuck them guys.
Yeah, he'll walk in, he'll just look at me and go, give me that belt. Just don't even kid yourself. Just hand that back over. Hand it back over now, save us all the trouble.
Man's going to slide along the floor and get you with the grab.
I am going, but before I've even pulled out my boy out of my pocket, I'm going to have destroyed shins.
So yeah, that concludes this week's Monday Night Rollback. The next video you will be seeing from us will be part 1 of Backyard Install 2023. Looking
forward to that pay-per-view. What is it that we're doing in it?
You see, it sounds like I don't know what's going on. You've watched a pay-per-view from us, you know what's up. First up, of course, we will have the Jailbreak Challenge. It wouldn't be a BGF pay-per-view without a visit from the jailer in his eternal quest to lock us all up.
I do remember the last time he locked all of us up.
Yeah.
Didn't he?
He's opted this time to go back to Strive, though.
Perhaps he's feeling a little bit overconfident. Or maybe he's just really gotten that good.
High on his victory of crushing us all in Exord, thinks he can take us in Strive. Brave man. Well,
audacious or powerful?
Let's find out. We have our regularly scheduled non-Guilty Gear event of the evening, which will be a Samurai Showdown bracket.
I'll be very interesting, that one, seeing as have you ever played Sam Show?
Yes.
I've played it once.
I've been trying to get Raidho to at least touch it in the weeks running up to this, and he's like, nah, it's fine, I'll just play it on the day.
I mean,
the psycho.
That is exactly what I'll be doing. All I know is the character I'll be playing. Oddly enough, you do wield something that looks an awful lot like a scalpel.
I see. I can't wait to get grabbed by a toad. See, I know what's up. And of course, we'll have
the Champions Brackets.
Because what is a pay-per-view without a battle for the title? I mean, really.
And of course, you could all join as I defend my title, my newly acquired belt, from all of the very angry people that want to take it from me. The angriest one, of course, being the one that just had it taken from him.
Yeah.
By me, technically, even though I never faced him.
My money's on Maku, to be honest.
My money is on Maku as well.
Well, this time he's got to go through a whole extra fucking game if he wants to get there. So, hopefully, someone stops him. Hopefully, I stop you. I want that gold back, brother. It's been too long since I've tasted that glory, and the glue-guzzling grappler of Godly Good Grabs is coming for that gold, brother.
Well, you're going to have to fight hard because the back-headed bathroom destroyer is not going to let you have it that easily.
This is rapidly turning into a short promo.
Let's not. Let's just... How shall we end this?
Not yet. Of course, this will probably be uploaded afterwards, but it is Burn to Fight's Maximum Impact Glasgow this Saturday. I hope you had fun losing to me in bracket, since it's already happened at this point, undoubtedly. Or maybe you beat my ass. Who knows?
Who knows? I can't tell the future very well.
Can the BGF defeat their demon in The Gender Baby, who crushes our balls every time we run up against them?
I mean, you say that. I've never met them.
You're our only hope, Cykamancer.
Oh boy.
How's your Testament matchup?
Oddly enough, actually quite good.
Sick. Maybe we'll actually do it this time. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably won't, but yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't think there's anything else to announce.
I think that's it. Signing off for the evening. Thank you once again for joining us.
Yes. Good night. And you've not done this long enough.
No, I have not done this long enough. Looking at me expectantly there when he said that, I was about to say,
say the line, Faust.
Good shit.
Good night and good watching.
Oh, damn it.